bit about everything?
Oh yeah, Harrison's my guy, and it's very unfortunate. You know, you don't want anyone to get hurt, but it's the name of the game, and injuries happen. And Harry's been, supportive. You know, that guy loves the game and he loves his team. So he was out there today. I'm sure you guys saw, and he's helping me out. And he's excited for my opportunity, and I'm just excited to showcase what I can do.
Is there a dream of getting a Tom Brady sack out of the end of this year?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, of course, everyone wants to sack Tom Brady, but I'm just here to do my job, and if that's what I could do, I'm definitely going to take that advantage.
Let me see. To see the smile on your face. Has your perspective changed through all of this?
For sure, yeah. I think the last couple of months I kind of just been here. We're all about doing your 111th, and I think that's the role I took. And last week I was the scout team guy getting the offense ready, and now I'm called up and my number's called, and I gotta get ready to play. So just gonna go out there, do what I can do, and help this team win.
Kyle, obviously you're the one that's physically doing the work out there, putting the work in at practice and things like that to get this opportunity. But how much do you attribute part of the success to your wife, Juliana, where she was the one that really encouraged you to keep going, even though she was fighting back home?
Definitely. I tell everyone that she's the strong one, and she's kept me positive through this all. So I wanted to, stay home and not come back to Buffalo when we found out, and that wasn't her plan, and she wanted me to be back here. And ultimately, I think her being so positive and her getting my butt over here is, that's why I'm in this position I am now.
How's she doing?
She's doing good. She's she's cancer-free, but doing 4 more sessions of chemo, or 3 more now. Then she's going to do another PET scan and see how it looks. If she's still good, then kind of go from there. But
was that recent? Like, when did she get that cancer-free diagnosis?
it was about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's really recent. Yeah, so it's really been a crazy month.
Yeah, is this, when you look
week
back
of the
on,
Peko.
the last 2-3 weeks in totality, is this the best couple weeks of your life by far?
Honestly, yeah, this comes second to the news my wife got. So that's been the number one blessing, and this is also up there. But yeah, we're just super excited, the Peko family.
Yeah, I think our first 3 games, we showed how mentally tough we are, and hopefully that'll carry over into this week. And we still got 2 days left to prepare. So I think this team is mentally prepared. I think physically prepared. I think we have to continue to come, watch the tape from practice today. I thought we had a good day, but we got to come make our corrections and continue to watch tape, at night and all the way up leading up to the game, because it's a good football team, and we're gonna have to play our best football.
Is it a measuring stick of any sorts this early in the season to see where you guys stack up?
I think we just got to go out there and play football. I don't think obviously we know who's coming here to play us, but at the same time, it's a football game. They gotta get up and lace their shoes up just like us, and so we're not going to make this game any bigger than what it is. It's another football game that we got to go out there and play on Sunday and be prepared for.
Jordan, obviously you know how passionate this fan base is. What would a win to the fans mean, at this point in the season, and just a win over the Patriots in general?
Yeah, it'd be huge, it'd be huge. The city's already buzzing, and so to be able to come out with a victory on Sunday would be huge for our fans and this organization. And so, like I said, we just want to continue to prepare. I thought we had a good day today at practice, and continue to prepare and continue to work into beating the Patriots on Sunday.
Is it
Does
hard?
Brady and Belichick make it seem like you guys have to play perfect, knowing that if one little thing goes wrong, they'll make you pay? Pressure?
I don't think it's pressure. I think we understand the type of football team that they are, that they do capitalize on mistakes, and they don't make a lot of mistakes. They take care of the football. They manage the game really well, and so there does come a sense of urgency when you're talking about taking care of the football and being able to capitalize on mistakes that they make. When the ball's in the air and we have an opportunity to make a play on the ball, we have to make those plays, and we got to find ways to take the football away from them to give our offense short field. So it's going to come down, like I said, stopping the run and being able to affect Tom and taking the football away.
How do you just look at them as your Week 4 opponent and not Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the New England Patriots?
It's the NFL, like they always say, any given Sunday, anything can happen. I think everybody's already writing us out, because it is the New England Patriots, but us, like I said, we're going to come play our brand of football, and that's hard-nosed, gritty, and we're going to use our fans to, hopefully I know our fans are going to be out there helping us, and so we want to give them something to cheer about.
When you look at their offense, what do you? I mean, they have so many weapons. They do so many things well. When you're preparing for them and looking at film, what do you even key in on, or is it really just everything?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be prepared for everything. Like you said, they have a lot of different personnel groupings that they can come out in. Sometimes they have game plan groupings that they'll come out 21 fast personnel and just go empty the whole game, and hopefully, get you in a base defense and just be able to spread you out, and then Brady will find matchups. And so, their offense is a lot about matchups, and so we got to be prepared for everything that they try to throw at us.
When the play happened, I kind of knew what had happened. My knee was locked out, and a player was thrown at my knee, and it popped. I came out off the field on my own, and just I was sick to my stomach. I about threw up on the sidelines, thinking like, "Is this it?" The trainers checked me out, but I was trying to downplay it and play it off as cool as I could. They had me do a few tests on the sidelines, and I was kind of biting through the pain, but I was like, I want to go out there and try to win this game. I worked my tail off this season to try to be out there and have the opportunity to get on that pass rush group and be trusted enough to be out there when the game's on the line. And so when the 2-minute was up and we were up by 3, I did everything. I went back out there for a play, and I planted on my knee. There was nothing there, so I kind of fell. And I knew at that point I was doing a disservice to our team, being out there longer and longer. So I came out, and then kind of the emotions just rolled, and it hurt knowing that I didn't get to be out there and help the team. It hurts, obviously, knowing that this team is so special, and it's hard to come by wins in the NFL, and this team is starting to find its groove, and I just want to be a part of that in every way I could on the field. So trying to find ways to stay positive and find different roles. How can I help like assistant coach or leadership roles and break down film for the guys, whatever I can do. Try to be out there on the field at practice and things like that. But I'm devastated. I'm shattered.
Kind of along those lines, the tweet you sent yesterday. Tell me about the message you're trying to send.
It's hard to get perspective when this is what I love more than anything in the world. But I went to Oshai Children's Hospital yesterday and just try to get a little perspective on what I'm really going through versus some of the other people in this world, and to talk to a 10-year-old who has terminal cancer, or to a 16-year-old daughter who has kidney failure and her mother's going to be the transplant for it, and seeing how much pain can really go on outside of this. This is just a game. I think that eventually the storm's going to run out of rain and the clouds will move on, and I'll see light at the end of the tunnel.
Speaking of working with some of the other guys, I had a chance to talk to Ed Oliver, and he said that he's already noticing it, that you've always been there from the beginning, but even more so now kind of in his ear. Is that one of the guys that you're talking about that you're going to make sure that you're helping along his rookie season?
Absolutely. I see a long future for Ed and I here. I have long aspirations for us working together, and not only that, but Kyle Peko getting the call up. I know that although he's older than me and been around a little bit, I know he respects me, and I still have some knowledge. I was under Kyle for a full year and took notebooks on notebooks full of notes of the things that he taught me. So I can try and relay that to when Kyle's not here, Kyle Williams that is. But even Starr and Jerry and Trent, those guys, we all see the game differently, and so they'll still use me to pick my brain and see what I find and see what I study and stuff like that.
Harrison, what do you see from Kyle as a player? What does he bring to the defensive line? Kyle Peko, that is.
Yeah, Peko's got some really cool stuff to him. Great, quick twitch guy. He's got natural pad level. He's a little shorter guy as it is, but that's really going to help in the run game and things like that. And I'm sure you guys saw it through training camp. He was competing to make this roster from the get-go, and I think in the games that he has played in the NFL, he made an impact. And so I hope that he's going to catch his groove and make a lot of plays for this team.
Harrison, it seemed like your snap counts had sort of steadily been on the rise the first few weeks. Did you feel like you were kind of coming into your own as a player?
Yeah, I do. I was happy with my plays increasing a little bit. I think the better players get better as the game goes on, and so the more opportunities you have to get out there, the more you'll feel your opponents and the more plays you can make, and I think that was evident in the last few games. It's tough that I still haven't found my ceiling in this league. I haven't, got all the opportunities that, I haven't earned all those opportunities quite yet, and so I'm just working back to get to where I was, and I know that I can elevate my game even from where I was playing, and so I'll work.
We've known for a while. We decided to finally put it out there. I didn't think about all the congratulations and the text message I was going to receive after. I didn't think all about that. So I woke up this morning, phone was blown up. But thank you guys, appreciate it.
Does this have a different feel than the last 2 years that you guys have played the Patriots? Does it, or are we making it a bigger deal, or does it feel like that in the locker room?
Yeah, it's always made things a big deal. We go to work every day. I was telling the media yesterday. I had a few phone calls, and I was telling them it's not an opportunity for us, man. This game is not a revenge game. It's not our back against the wall. It's not a must-win. It's nothing like that. It's another opportunity for us to go out there and win and try to get a win, and we're looking forward to it.
Sean called Tom Brady probably the greatest quarterback the game has ever seen.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that sentiment, or where would you put in?
I agree with you. Come on, man. What am I supposed to say? No? Yeah, of course, man. You look at his stats. Look what he's been able to do for 20 years. He's a beast, man. You got to give him all the credit.
How much do you sit back in awe? You see guys, throughout their NFL careers, maybe hit that wall, and then there's that cliff that they just kind of fall off on. But he hasn't missed a beat, and now he's in his 40s. You ever just revel in the fact that he's still slinging it around?
Yes, it's amazing, man. I'm not going to be playing into my 40s. I can tell you that. I don't know how he's able to do it. Just mentally, he's just one of those minds, great minds in the game. Whatever, he's seen all the disguises, all the looks. He's seen guys try to all-out blitz him. He's seen guys try to play all types of different cover. He's seen it all. He's been in the game for so long. So you got to, like I said, you got to give him all the credit. Just a amazing player that's been able to withhold, through 2 decades.
Does it feel like there's added pressure to be perfect when you play the Patriots? That if you make one little mistake, they're gonna gut you?
No. I think at the end of the day, it's just like any other game. You got to not give up big plays. You understand that. They're a good football team. They're going to get theirs. I'm not saying we're going to go out there and stop them from getting a first down. That's it's damn near impossible with a guy like Tom Brady. So you got to go out there. You got to compete. They're going to get theirs, but it's kind of that bend don't break mentality, and keep relying on your fundamentals and playing together.
What's the key to confusing a guy like Tom? Because even against the Bills, since Sean's arrived, he hasn't had the greatest of success. And I know the wins have been there, but statistically, the numbers haven't been all that great with Tom in facing this defense under Sean McDermott.
Tom Brady can easily say he's 4-0 against us since we've gotten here. So I don't think he cares about his stats and all that. Playing us, I think that at the end of the day, we want to get a win. And even if we're holding them to 100 passing yards a game, we want to get a win. So there's no secret to it. We got to not give up big plays. We got to get off the field on 3rd down and go out there and compete against them.
Micah, as nationally more people start to pay attention to what's going on in Buffalo, is it easier to kind of embrace the hype and use it for motivation, or just block it out and stay in-house?
Just block it out. The media, they do what they do. You guys do what you guys are paid to do. I understand. Teams are hot, you go report on them. But at the end of the day, we understand if we go through a slide or whatever it may be, everything's coming back against us. So we got to continue to grind, get better each and every day, and give us a shot on Sunday.
But where's the balance between that and, I guess, wanting recognition, wanting respect for the things that you do and are able to accomplish?
I think respect comes at the end of the season. I think when the season's all said and done, that's when you get your respect. We're not worried about necessarily getting the respect right now and needing to be on front page and all that stuff. Respect comes after the season. That's when we get acknowledged. But as of right now, we want to continue to grind and, like I said, go out there every day and give us a shot on Sunday.
Internally, though, being the competitor that you are, from the outside, this is kind of a measuring stick game to kind of figure out, just how far the Bills have come in the big picture. Do you look at it that way internally? If you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, right? And I suppose this is a chance.
Obviously, you want to play the best. Because, like you said, I'm a competitor. I want to compete. I want to compete against the best. I want to see, kind of where I'm at and all that stuff. But you said it best, kind of on the outside. That's where you guys are comparing us to doing all that and playing, what you guys see as a better team and going out there and seeing what we can do. So like I said, we got to compete every day in practice, continue to get better. It's not a measuring stick for us at all. It's September. You're not going to win or lose a Super Bowl in September. We understand that. We're 3-0 in September right now. We're trying to get to 4, and that's all that matters.
So I definitely remember that game. I think we were 3-0, and I remember just how awesome it was to have a job in this business and be a professional football player. So I was just so enamored and excited about reaching my goal of playing in this league, to probably really enjoy it like I should have back then. That's why I try to tell these 2 puppies in my room to enjoy every little moment. So so I definitely remember it. I definitely remember winning. I think Lindale hit a field goal at the end or something, and the place went bonkers.
They're down by like 20 or something.
Yeah.
20-something in halftime.
Yep. So yeah, beating those guys is fun, but beating anybody's fun. Winning is fun in this league. But you can't say enough about what they've built, what they've had going on up there for the last 10 years. They've won a lot of football games, not only against the Bills but against everybody. So so we're going to attack this week and give them the respect they deserve. But I love this football team, and I'm excited about Sunday.
I forgot it was a League Smith Bowl.
You mentioned Bills, what that's been over the years and all that.
Yeah, my last year here was 14 until this year, and Jerry's the only guy left.
Yeah,
so it was 48 months ago I left this place, and now I'm back obviously, and Jerry Hughes is the only familiar face in the locker room. So, I think, to be perfectly honest with you, the community obviously loves seeing those guys lose and all that. But as far as the members of this football team are concerned, in the Buffalo Bills, it's a division game, which is extremely important, but so are the Dolphins and so are the Jets. And we're very, very aware of just how, great of a football team they are. No one scored a touchdown yet. We see all those things too. So we understand we have a challenge. But whether or not the players, get as riled up for this game as maybe the fans and the media and everybody outside of this building does, I'm not sure that's the case.
And going off of that, could that be a good thing? You don't have a group that's walking in all intimidated. Those are the blinders could be a positive.
I think so. I think we attack the week just as if we would any other week. We understand what players on their defense we need to be worried about. We understand, what fronts they play. That Coach Belichick does a great job of game planning every week. We need to be prepared for just how great of a mind he is. So sure, I think that there's a lot of things that we have to be dialed into, but not necessarily because it's the New England Patriots, but because we respect what they're good at, what they're great at. I'm a tight end for the Buffalo Bills, so I don't have to take a single rep against Tom Brady. I do know that much. So I'm not too worried about anything except for their defense and just how great Coach Belichick's been for a long time, and making sure that myself and my young guys in my room especially are dialed in and ready to play.
You talk about you're not going to play rep against them, but do you feel the pressure to almost be perfect then on offense, knowing that 12's on the other side and he's going to do what he's going to do?
Well, listen, they drafted me. I was able to spend a very, very, very limited amount of time with Tom, and I'll say it till the end of time. Just I think he's the best to ever do it. And obviously I have a ton of respect for him. I have a lot of respect's the best word. I mean, the guy's just unbelievable. And but the fact is, our job this week is to prepare for the Patriots defense. If I start worrying, or if anybody on our offense starts worrying about what Tom might do, I don't think that's the key to success. I think the key to success is following the process Sean talks about all the time. Dable and all our offensive coaches are upstairs game planning these dudes like they do every week, and they're going to give us the tools that they think is necessary to succeed against beating these guys. And I sure didn't worry about Andy Dalton. Not that I don't respect Andy. I sure didn't worry about the quarterbacks the 2 weeks before, because that's not my job. I don't play on defense. I'm an offensive player, and I'm worried about Kyle Van Noy and all the guys that I'm going to have to wrestle with. So I don't think by any means we think all of a sudden we have to be perfect just because Tom's on the other side of the ball. I don't think that's the key for success at all. Now, we respect him, and it's no secret that Tom Brady's coming to town this weekend, guys. Let's not get it twisted. Obviously, everyone has a ton of respect for that dude, and we value just what he's been able to accomplish and how great of a player he is. But I have zero concern for what he's got going on. My concern is the Patriots' defense.
How is that defense constantly able to evolve and really limit and take away what the opponent does well?
You know, I think that's a testament to Coach Belichick. I mean, he's such a great mind. I was here for 4 years, so that's 8 games against those guys. I've played them a couple times once I left and went out to Oakland. You know, they do a great job of game planning. They do a great job of no different than our coaches do. I mean, Coach Belichick and those guys spend endless hours studying our offense and what we do well on offense. And, you know, he's one of the great coaches of all time to stop what other people do well. And that's what we have to be prepared for. We have to be prepared for the ups and downs of the game and the fact that he's an elite defensive coach. And once again, I just have a ton of respect for those guys. They've won so much. They've done so much great things. But at the same time, you know, we get paid too over here. So we're going to keep working like we always have, just like we have the first 3 weeks. But we're definitely aware of how much success they've had this year and what they're doing great. And we just have to do our job and stay focused on the process Sean talks about all the time.